Hey folks, welcome to the Ranch of Rivershine, a horse simulation game where today we are about to be attempting our first attempt of a new race, the Hedge Maze race in Lupine Meadow, which I've never done before, as I said, and I'm a little bit intimidated by the name alone. A hedge maze, huh? Alright, so we're gonna go up to the competition board and select the advanced Lupine Meadow race Hedge Maze. So, like I said, a little bit intimidated by this one, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, it looks like it's not actually a hedge maze. Fingers crossed, right? Okay, so, I was really scared about that, but we'll see what happens, I guess. They could still surprise us. Anyway, here we go, over the jumps. And let's see, where do we go next? Over here. Alright, now we are racing with Wispy Butter, my best racing horse. Alright, oh, there we go. And actually, she's seeming quite challenged by the long stretches of galloping that she's having to do on this race. Of course, a challenge is always good. I always like to feel challenged, and I'm sure Wispy Butter does too. Alright, so here we go. Okay, over more and more jumps. Oh, these are really tall. These are some really tall jumps. Oh my goodness. There we go. Alright, and up this way, it looks like we have another jump on our left. Let's see if we can squeeze right through there. Alright, fantastic. Okay, uh-oh. We are getting close to, Hedge Maze. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're gonna go in the Hedge Maze, aren't we? I am not happy about this. I'm very scared. Alright, this way. Okay, over this way. Alright. And then over... Okay, this way. Okay. And then over a huge jump. And, continuing on... Oh gosh, that was a really sharp turn I just had to make. I just had to figure that out right away, which direction I was... Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh, we missed a jump there. That was really... Oh my gosh. Okay. Did we make it? Right at the... Oh my goodness, we made it with 3 seconds to spare. We got first place. That took me by surprise. There were a lot of really sharp turns. Well, not like really sharp turns, but like a lot of moments where you had no idea whether you had to move left or right until like you got like right up to it. Oh my gosh, that was so hard. Okay, but we did win, which is fantastic, and now I think... Can we go ahead and complete a quest with the NPC who... Aha, yes we can. Alright, let's go ahead and find Madeline then. Let's see, where are you at, Madeline? Huh, where is she actually, though? Is she... she's at the general store. So before we go there to turn in our quest, we are going to go to the auction house and auction off a wild horse that we adopted last time. Her name is Agile Bison, and she's worth $7,000. So we're going to be selling her at auction, like I said, because we need more room in our stable, and we also need a bit of money. Because we had a foal grow up today, a baby colt who is now a young adult and can thus be trained, and also means he needs his own stable stall, right? So we had to make room for him, right? Pardon my soda noises. Now then, I'm gonna go ahead and get right back on Wispy Butter and head to the general store at this point. So that we can talk to Madeline, I think, maybe mayor of Rivershine Town. I'm still not sure. Alright, so here we go, right into the general store. You know, this place is so cute. Like, look at these little displays of like pumpkins and pears and stuff. Oh my gosh. And even just the shelves here have so much, like, they're so well decorated. Props to the dev. But anyway, so we'll turn in our Hedge Maze victory with that quest. So, apparently we got an extra reward. What do we get? $5,000. That's awesome. Okay. Now we're getting closer and closer to our goal, our long-term goal of $250,000, which will get us the next stable upgrade, so we'll have more room for more babies, right? And let me grab this piece of straw and that apple on the left before we go home. Alright. That way, maybe we can... Oh, there's more stuff over there, but we'll just go home from here, I think. Okay? Alright, back to Rivershine Ranch. Now then. There is a number of... Well, there are a number of items of business to take care of once we get into our stable here. So, first of all, we've got that empty stall in the stable right here, which we're going to set aside for the foal, who is Bubbly Sprout right here. He's become a yearling. We'll assign him to a stall. So he's got his own stall now. Alright, let's see. So, we're gonna go ahead and clean up his... Well, actually his stall is clean because he just got in here. But we're gonna put some wood shavings down so that it can stay clean longer, right? And we're gonna give him a good old cleaning. Alright, there you go, buddy. And we're going to give him some training today, but first let's go ahead and get him fed. And then we have to take care of his mama as well, Swift River. Good job, mama, taking care of that baby until he grew to be a healthy adult, right? Okay, so we're gonna give her a good brushing as well, and some food, and we might end up selling her at auction later as well, I'm not entirely sure. Or we might end up selling the baby, I'm not, we'll see what happens, you know what I mean? However, we will, like I said, feed her, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send her out to the pasture, so that because she's not racing or training, so that way, sent to pasture, and she's not taking care of her baby anymore, so she doesn't need to be in the stable, because in the stable, basically she'll take more resources from us, basically. You know, we have to feed her, whereas in the pasture she'll graze and take care of herself more or less. So we've got Bubbly Sprout here. Oh wait, before we get too involved with training Bubbly Sprout, I do want to give him a piece of grain. Alright, what do you need to work on, buddy? Flexibility, maybe, or jump? Let's try this is a tough decision, actually. We'll try jump to start with. Okay. So we'll give him some wheat, which will make his jump training more efficient, and we'll go ahead and head out with him. So he's a pretty fast little guy. He's really pretty, actually. He's quite a pretty little pony. Ponies and horses are different, Bear. I know, I'm sorry. But anyway. Alright, so we're gonna take him back into town, and through town is how we're gonna get to the Crystal Lake, which is where we'll be training his jump, I think. Yeah. Okay. So, into town once again, and gonna head over this way this time. And let's see, let me just look at this horse. Isn't he so pretty? He's got like, when he was a baby, I wasn't sure about him, but I actually quite like how he looks now that he's grown up. I think what does it for me, I think what does it for me is his short little mane and tail. I don't know, they're just kind of really cute, aren't they? His short little mane and tail, something about him just makes me really happy. And we can keep them short, we can trim his mane and his tail anytime they get too long, so that's not going to be a problem. Actually, we should give some of our other horses haircuts when we get home. When we get back to the stable, we should try that and see how they look. That'd be fun. Okay, so here we are in the Crystal Lake area. I'm gonna go ahead and grab little bits on the ground as we see them. And essentially, right now we're looking for jumping obstacles. I thought I saw something in the distance here, but I don't think I did. Like an item to pick up or something. Now, because Bubbly Sprout's jump stat is not very high, he needs to start with some lower jumps and build that skill until he can take the higher ones. So this one he should be able to take this jump, I think. Yep, he can do that one just fine. There we go. Jump skill going up there. And we're also training his speed, which we don't really need to do. But that's just a result of us cantering, which is, you know, kind of our, like, best option for going moderately fast without using up too much stamina. And that trains speed as you do it, so there we go, over that jump. And we're gonna go ahead and go inside this jump training arena. Okay? This will allow us to train his jump really fast. Boom, there we go. Level of jump acquired. Boom, there we go again. And he's gonna run out of energy, or stamina, or whatever you want to call it, pretty quickly here, but we'll give him a treat to give him some more. To restore his energy. Right, here we go. We'll just trot over and then jump over that one. Okay. Now, do you want a treat, buddy? Of course you do. We'll give you a pear, which is a very nice treat that restores, I think, 80% stamina. There we go. Oop. And once we finish all of these jumps, we're just gonna head around and explore. Maybe we'll find some more pears that we can feed to our other horses, because pears do drop in this area. On the ground, you can find them and pick them up. I do see something over here. It's not a pear, but I'm pretty sure I see a carrot pretty far past this path. Okay, so we'll go ahead and grab that. Here it is! Carrot! Carrot! Okay. There we go. and we'll continue jumping obstacles while we're here. Because we may as well. We did give him the wheat grain today, which will help his jump training, so we may as well utilize that, you know what I mean? Let's see. Over these little guys, and I think he's able to take the taller ones now, the slightly taller ones. Let's see if he can take these over here. These ones look super tall. These ones look really tall. Maybe they're as tall as the other ones and I just am making that up. I'm not sure. Let's see, can you take these ones? Aha, he just barely can, it looks like. Fantastic. And there's some barley over here that we'll grab. Oh, I do see a pear, actually. So we did end up finding one. Fantastic. There we go. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And with the last bit of stamina that Bubbly Sprout has, I'm gonna take a couple more jumps and then we'll head home. How about? Let's see. We've got more horses to train, so we'll probably end up going elsewhere to do so. But at least for today, this is probably going to be it for Crystal Lake. Let's see. Let's check up, actually, let me check up on the statue that's here. Let's see, are you charged up all the way? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we can't do anything with this statue for now. Go ahead and head back to town. Hold on, I just spotted something that I want. It's decently far away. Oh, I spotted another thing. See, I don't regret this at all. Already, it just keeps becoming a better and better idea. Oh, and a third thing. Okay, hold on. Apple, pear, and the barley that I originally spotted is right over here. So yeah, see, best little detour ever. Okay, come on, buddy. We're gonna head home back to Rivershine Town and back to the ranch. Boom. There you go. Nice jump. Don't mind me talking to my horse. I was gonna sarcastically say, he can totally understand what I'm saying. But like, animals are smart. You know, especially horses, I think. I mean, I haven't really interacted with horses that much in real life before. But I feel like they're, based on what I know about them, they're pretty smart, right? So like a horse would know when you're talking to them and maybe what you're trying to communicate to them and that kind of thing. Like, I know a lot more about dogs than I know about horses. But I know with dogs, like my dog was wicked smart, dudes. Like, she would like, I don't know. She would just like, animals can be really dumb and they can also be really smart. I guess that's really all that needs to be said, right? Because animals can be pretty dumb sometimes. But that's also like, animals can be dumb by human standards. And also, some of the stuff that animals do that seems dumb to us is actually really, really smart in the context of that animal and like maybe its natural habitat or biology, you know? Like, animals are just like trained to survive, whatever that means for them, right? You know, like hibernating animals, like hibernation may seem like a silly idea, and I don't think that's a good example because hibernation is kind of straightforward, I think, actually. But like hibernating may seem like a silly idea to some folks, but that's because, yeah, humans would not want to do that, right? But for animals, we're gonna go ahead and give a haircut to Bold Wind here. Ooh, I like it. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take Bold Wind out training as well. Here we go. But on the topic of like, of animals being dumb, quote unquote, there are a lot of animal behaviors that don't make sense to humans, but that make sense to the animals in question, right? And that are like extremely clever ways of adapting to their environment or challenges that they face, right? That's just how animals are. Animals are neat, honestly. It's actually, I think that's one of the reasons why dogs are so interesting, because dogs got the way that they are, you know, they got to be the way that they are because of us and our intervention in their biology, and not because of, like, you know, the challenges that they faced out in nature. You know, their biology is based upon challenges that we as humans face, or needs and desires that we have, and we kind of adapted that creature to fit what we want or need. And that's, like, kind of messed up in some ways, but it's also, like, really, really cool. Even if just, like, from a, like, technical standpoint of, like, wow, you can do that, you know? Anyway, I'm definitely a dog person. I do know that, like, again, I do know that, like, horses are pretty smart and seem to understand a lot of stuff that you think they may not have, you know, that you might not think they could. And again, that kind of goes into, like, so another related idea is, like, you know how a lot of people will be like, say, like, you know, if my dog or horse doesn't trust you, then I don't trust you. You know, because animals can, like, you know, they have very sharp senses, and they're also free from, some types of bias, right? Like, you know, if there's somebody who doesn't treat them right, you know, they're gonna, or maybe makes them uncomfortable, they're gonna talk about it, you know, they're gonna make sure that they stay away from that person. Whereas, like, humans, you know, we can be in uncomfortable situations and just be like, I don't know, maybe, you know, maybe I should just, you know, I have to put up with it or whatever. But for animals, it's not the same way, where, like, you don't feel that, they don't feel that same pressure of, like, well, I just kind of have to, you know, let it be, let this uncomfortable situation be. Because they don't have the, you know, they don't have that same type of, they don't socialize in the same way that we do, and their brains don't work in the same way that we do. So again, it's kind of like a matter of, like, an animal's impression of a stranger can sometimes, and I don't want to put too much weight on this, but I just want to say sometimes an animal's impression of a stranger can be like the most raw impression of that person. You know, sometimes I think that can be true. Anyway, yeah, okay. I said anyway, but I'm staying on this topic because I think it's fascinating. But I've definitely had times in the past where, like, okay, actually, okay, you know what? Here's another thing. Is, like, animals, like, can, because animals, are very, like, how do I talk about this? Like, you know, if you, are a dog and you're a little bit shy or anxious around people, and a human tries to pet you and you're like, nah, sorry, and then they keep trying to pet you and they don't respect that boundary, you as a dog are gonna be really scared of that person, right? And so I think animals' behavior towards certain people, or more accurately, certain people's behavior toward animals, is a great reflection upon that person's behavior toward humans, right? Because there are certainly people who just don't understand how animals express their boundaries, or don't understand that animals have boundaries that need to be respected, which, frankly, how? How do you not know that? But, you know, if someone knows that an animal has a boundary and doesn't want to be touched or something, and they're just like, no, I just wanna, come on, let me do it. That is, I think, a good sign that that person is not going to respect boundaries of other humans either. So yeah, I do think that, like, if you've met someone who treats animals with great respect and care, that is huge positive, a huge positive, like a green flag for that person, right? And sometimes you know, there'll be times when, like, a person like that who's very gentle and careful with animals, an animal just doesn't like them anyway. But, like, you know, you can kind of use those, like, those, you know, if you have a if you have a pet, who's shy or whatever, or even just any pet, because, like, any pet can get, like, overwhelmed or treated in a poor way by a human and will then try to stay away from them. Basically what I'm saying is, if you're meeting someone new and you are not sure about them, first of all, be careful leaving them alone around your pets. But second of all, if you do find that your pets have a strong reaction to them, keep an eye on them. Or just keep an eye on them when they're around your pets. Honestly, always keep an eye on other people when they're around your pets, especially if you don't know them well. Because again, some people either they don't get how to treat animals, like either they don't understand animals, or maybe they just don't understand what it looks like to treat an animal with respect. Like if they've never been around animals, how they might not know how an animal expresses distress or distrust or discomfort or the fact that they want to get away from a situation. And that's totally understandable. And in that case, feel free to educate them. But, you know, always keep an eye on your pets, guys. They're precious. We want to protect them. But yeah, especially around new people, and especially if you want to kind of get like an eye into that person's behavior, just look at them with your pets or something. I don't know. I don't know. I just think this is really a fascinating topic, that's all. I have a lot of words to say about it, as you can tell. Let's see. So we've almost run Boldwind out of energy. But I don't think we've treated him yet today, so he's still got a lot of training to do. I'm glad because, I don't know, I'm just having fun talking, so we're gonna keep doing that for a bit. Let's see. Actually, we have kind of run around the entire Lupine Meadow at this point, though, so why don't we go somewhere else? There's lots of other areas to explore in this game. So we'll go ahead and head back to Rivershine Town. And let's see, where are we gonna go next? Let's check out actually what are Boldwin's stats looking like right now. Oh, his jump needs work. However, we've already been to the Crystal Lake today. What else? What do you think about? Flexibility is really nice, endurance is a bit low. So, I think what we'll do is we'll head back to the ranch and take Boldwind to the forest, if we can get him there and back without, like, running him completely out of stamina. And, oops, I spent too much- ooh, hold on. No, there's an apple. I was gonna say I spent too much time drinking soda and missed my left turn. I missed my exit. Right, here we go, buddy. Let's head into the ranch. And then we'll go straight to the forest from there. Alrighty. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying with the animals topic is, like, I imagine that, like, horses are the same, where they're very sensitive to humans. Well, they're just sensitive in general, because they're animals, and they're, like I said, you know, like I've been saying, their behavior is so different from us that in order for us to approach them in a way that they're comfortable, we have to offer not just a sense of care and gentleness? What would that be called? But, you know, we have to offer not just care, but we also have to learn about them and their behavior to understand when are they uncomfortable, what do they need to trust us, and what do they need to be happy and healthy, you know? So like I said, it's not just a matter of, like, you have to be kind around animals. It's also a matter of you have to put forth the effort to understand them, which I think is another good sign of a good person. You know? Like, oh my god, okay. I'm about to go on the biggest rant ever, guys. So, I am always, before we adopted my old dog, I did so much research on canine behavior and psychology, and I was like 14, 15 at the time, and I'm, you know, so, like, you know, my mom was of course involved in the adoption of the dog, and I made her read a bunch of books and do a bunch of research too, because I was like, she's got to be around you, you need to know how to treat her properly. And anyway, it really, really, really makes me frustrated when people don't try to learn about their dogs, about dogs' behavior in general, and they have a dog. Like, example is, I think the old neighbor, some family friend, got a new dog recently. and was saying, oh yeah, I know I need to take the dog on walks, but she doesn't like the leash. She's scared of, she's scared of me, carrying the leash and stuff. And my mom was on the phone with her, and she was like, well, why don't you just, like, let her sniff the leash and get used to it, and then when she lets you put it on her, just let her drag it around the house. And the family friend was like, oh my god, that's so genius, I never thought of that. And I'm like, how did you never think of, like, you've had a dog before. You've got a dog now. You need to learn, you need to research, you need to understand, you need to put in that effort to truly understand an animal, not just on a personal level, but on a biological, psychological level. Otherwise, they're not going to be happy and healthy, and your life is going to be worse too, because you're dealing with behavioral issues, and, your pet isn't happy, healthy, and safe. That makes you unhappy. And it just blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind how many people keep dogs and don't try to understand them. And anyway, I don't want to be too negative. I'm just a little bit of a snob about it. And of course, on the positive, well, benefit of the doubt kind of side, there are a lot of dogs who would not have absolutely loving and caring families if, we just made the bar to owning a dog a little bit higher. I do think people should be able to adopt dogs without, passing some kind of test to show that you know things about dogs. I don't want to do that. And some dogs need more, more study than others, shall we say. And the situation is going to be different for every family. I do find it a little bit shocking sometimes, though, just like how many, like, basics of canine behavior and psychology are not at all in people's playbooks, Anyway. Yeah, so that makes me a little bit, it makes me a little bit grumpy sometimes. Makes me a little bit prickly. But, I would much rather a dog have a loving and caring family, even, than to be abandoned or at a place that can barely care for them. Even if that love and care can at times not be the best it could be, because let's be real, there are more dogs out there than people can house really and take care of, and we as human beings and they as dogs, they need help to get the care that they need. So like I said, I'm gonna be a little bit snobby about it, but I'm also going to say just love your dog or whatever pet it is that you have. Whatever pet it is that you have, put in your best effort to understand them on every level and give them the care that they deserve, because they really do. Alright, let's see, we're at, well, first of all, it's 6 p.m. already. Oh wait, I've been completely forgetting to train Boldwin's stamina. This whole time I've just been cantering around and ranting a little bit. But yeah, so I think we are gonna end the episode here then, at the end of the rant, and, I'll probably finish up training, reducing, getting Boldwin's stamina down, and, well, I mean, it's almost gone, actually, now that I look, but we're gonna call the episode here, guys. So, I hope to see you guys again next time, okay? Bye!